Hey folks, it's your boy Ajax here, and this week I wanted to try something a little bit different, shake things up a bit, and I decided to do a top 10 video focusing on Shonen Anime. So this video is going to focus on my personal top 10 favorite Shonen Anime. This is not to be confused with a list saying that these are the top 10 Shonen Anime. This is a video focusing on my personal top 10 Shonen Anime. So if my list is different from yours, that's all good. Let me know what your top 10 Shonen Anime is in the comments below. But without further ado, let's get this show on the road. Coming in at number 10, we got the king of games, Yu-Gi-Oh! And when I say Yu-Gi-Oh!, I'm talking about the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Not this fucking card games on motorcycle, fucking spirits and shit. No GX bullshit. Straight up original Yu-Gi-Oh! Pharaoh, Seto Kaiba, Yugi Moto, the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Now say what you will about the show now, but I will never deny the fact that this show consumed so many hours of my childhood. Like looking back on it, it is somewhat absurd with the plot and the whole friendship shit and everything, but looking deeper into it, I can see why the whole concept of the show appealed to me. Card games, monsters, like badass hairdos, cool ass leather jackets and leather pants, like shit you wouldn't normally wear in public, but they fit so well in this anime world, and I just loved it. And I can see why I loved it, and I can still love it to this day. I can go back and watch the original Yu-Gi-Oh! And still have a fun time watching it. Hell, even back when they announced Yu-Gi-Oh! GX as the sequel series to the original Yu-Gi-Oh! I was shitting my pants. I was like, fuck yeah, another Yu-Gi-Oh! Sign me up. And then I watched GX, and I mean, you guys know how that ended, and then there was 5Ds, and then there was Zexal, and then there was the green-haired. I just stopped. I stopped with GX halfway through, and I just did not like it at all. But the original Yu-Gi-Oh!, it definitely deserves a spot on my list, and that's why it's at number 10. Not to mention the fact that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is one of those few shows where the games that are played inside the manga and anime actually became very popular outside of the show in real life. Like, I played Yu-Gi-Oh! So freaking much when I was a kid, back when, you know, the monsters actually said like a description of the monster and not like fucking endless paragraphs and like tiny fonts on the back of the cards in the front. Like no thank you with those. Coming in at number 9, we got Bleach. Now, love it or hate at this point, I will never deny the fact that there was a point in time when I loved Bleach because it was so good. Like everything between the characters, the fucking powers, the swords, just the enemies, it was all so fun and amazing to watch, especially the Aizen bits. This motherfucker just knew everything and anything that was about to happen, and it just took everyone through a fucking ride. Like, yeah, I will admit there were some points with Aizen that I was like, yo, this is just complete bullshit. There is no way this man planned all this shit way back then. Now all the pieces are lining up so that he can, you know, gain this ultimate power with the Hogyoku. But characters such as Byakuya, Ichigo, Grimmjow, Renji, Kenpachi, Kurasuchi, all these characters made me keep coming back, cause at the end of the day, it was technically Dragon Ball Z, but with swords, and who doesn't fucking love that? So even though the Fullbring arc was complete and utter shit, I will not deny the fact that up until that point, I was enjoying Bleach beyond a doubt. And that is why it deserves number 9 on my top 10 list of Shonen Anime. Coming at number 8, we got Yu Yu Hakusho. And I'll be honest, as a kid, I was such a scared little shit. Anything on Toonami that wasn't Dragon Ball Z, I was so fucking scared to watch. And Yu Yu Hakusho was no exception to that. Anytime I saw the demons and people getting their arms ripped off and like Yusuke balancing on that needle with his finger, it would just freak me the fuck out, and I just had to stop watching it. I would just turn to like Nickelodeon or Disney Channel and be like, where's my Dragon Ball Z? Where's my Kim Possible? But years later, I eventually got back into the show, and oh my god, it was just so good. Now, some people may call it a bit of a knockoff from Dragon Ball Z, and while some of that is true, Bleach is a bit of a knockoff from Yu Yu Hakusho. What with the spirits and the powers and the overpowering strength of these characters. But Yu Yu Hakusho just, it felt more controlled than Bleach. It had its set of characters from the beginning. It met a few new characters along the way, but it never, got so expansive that you were asking yourself, well, what's this character got to do with it? And what does this character have to do with it? Who the fuck is that captain of the 13 court guards over there doing? It's like Yu Yu Hakusho knew what it was from the beginning, and it kept that theme all the way to its just amazing ending. I love the ending to Yu Yu Hakusho. Not to mention the Dark Tournament Saga. By far, that was the arc that got me into the series. After I saw that arc, I'm like, dude, fuck yeah, I'm reading this shit from the beginning to the end, and then I'm watching the anime from the beginning to the end, and I don't regret any of it. But then after the Dark Tournament Saga, I mean, the series kind of went on a downhill from that. It didn't get into shit territory. It was just, it was okay. It was okay at that point. But other than that, first half of Yu Yu Hakusho, amazing. Second half, it was okay. Kind of a repeat of the first half if you think about it. Just, oh my god, just Toguro, Yusuke, Kuwabara, Hiei, Kurama, all these characters, each a badass in their own way. And I just loved it. I fucking loved it. But number 8 definitely goes to Yu Yu Hakusho. Coming in at number 7, we got Magi and the Labyrinth of Magic. Now this is a show I recently got into not too long ago, and oh my god, like literally, it's everything that I like about other shonen anime like Naruto and One Piece and Bleach, but in a unique setting. It takes things from Arabian Nights, Egyptian folklore, and just mashes them together in such a unique way. Like literally, I see Magi as somewhat of a copy and paste of Bleach in terms of its character roster. Cause like in Bleach, you have all these captains, all of these assistant captains. There's just so many characters in Bleach, and all of them have their own unique powers. Take that and you put it in Magi and just give it an Egyptian setting. Oh my god, it's just amazing. I fucking love it. Aladdin, Alibaba, Morgiana, Sinbad, Judad, every character that I see in this show, I give a shit about. As small as a role as they have in the overall plot, I still care about them. I can't say the same thing for Bleach. I practically only know half of the roster from the 13 court guard companies. That's it. That's because all the other characters, they never get their moment to shine, or they don't get that much screen time. In Magi, every character gives you a name and they make you give a shit about them one way or another. And not to mention the comedy in Magi. Oh my god. One thing I will not shoot Magi down for is its comedy. Cause one thing that I have a problem with in shonen anime is that the jokes are most of the time hit or miss. Sometimes it can be a funny joke, sometimes it could be a, little bit funny joke, sometimes it's not funny at all. With Magi, every single damn time I watch a funny moment in Magi, it's fucking hilarious. The way the characters act, how goofy and just silly they are being themselves. I laugh every time a Magi moment happens where it's supposed to be strictly comedy. And that's why Magi is coming in at number 7. Coming in at number 6, we have one of the more intellectual type of shonens out there, and that, my friends, is none other than Death Note. And I gotta tell you, what Death Note lacks in action and epic battles like some of the other animes on this list, it makes up for so much more in storytelling, writing, character development, the fucking cynical nature of Light Yagami. I mean, just everything about this anime is top of the line. Honestly, when I first started watching it, I never saw myself as the type of person getting into an anime like Death Note, because after all, I'm more of a shonen type of guy. I like seeing the action, the battles, the fucking powers, blasting everyone. I love those aspects of my shonen anime. But with Death Note, it has a protagonist that you gotta love, and at the same time, you gotta hate so much, because Light is such a bastard. Especially the way he did L dirty. And for those of you who have watched Death Note, you know exactly who I'm talking about and what I'm talking about. What starts off as an anime showcasing a young high school student just trying to purge the world of the evil and sick, vile shit that it has to offer, slowly turns into an anime in which the character you were previously rooting for is now the one that you want to fucking die a horrible death. So that's why Death Note deserves a number 6 spot on this list.